I'm going to give you 3 seconds. Can you tell me which of these plants costs $500 and which one costs $35? Well, if you hesitated, good. Because honestly, from 5 feet away, they look identical. This is the famous Spiritus Sancti, and this is the Philodendron atabapoense. Today, I'm proving that you don't need rare plants to have a rare aesthetic. We are doing the ultimate look for less challenge, 10 expensive collector plants and the 10 budget dupes that beat them every time. Let's start with the big one we talk about often. The Spiritus Sancti is famous for those long dagger-shaped leaves. But here's the collector gossip. They're notoriously slow and prone to bacterial rot if you look at them raw. Enter the Philodendron atabapoense. You get that insane length. Some of these leaves hit 30 inches. And you get that gorgeous maroon backside, which the Spiritus doesn't even have as vividly. It fills out a moss pole in 6 months, whereas the Spiritus might give you 2 leaves a year. If you want the jungle dagger look on a budget, this is the one. Trust me, I have an atabapoense, a Billietiae, even a hybrid of them both. And man, oh man, those plants are so much better, in my opinion. Okay, the variegated Billietiae. It's the it plant right now, but let's be real. You are paying for the yellow splotches. The architecture of the plant is exactly the same as the regular green one. And the regular Philodendron Billietiae has crashed in price. You can find these now for $20 at big box stores. You still get those iconic bright orange stems, which is the best feature anyway. And you don't have to worry about the variegation browning or reverting. Honestly, a big mature green billy like the one I had looks a lot classier on a shelf than a tiny struggling variegated cutting. Everyone wants the queen Anthurium, the Anthurium Warocqueanum. I was one of those people, and I've got one now. It's the ultimate velvet strap leaf. It also hates your house. It hates your dry air. And quite frankly, it hates you personally. If you want that long pendant strap leaf look, get the Anthurium Pallidiflorum. It has a velvety shimmer. It grows leaves that are feet long, and it is so much more forgiving of standard humidity. It's the chill queen, really. You get the drama without the daily panic attacks. All right, we've talked about this one before. The Monstera Esqueleto. It looks like a skeleton. It's huge, it's rare, and quite frankly, it's pricey. But functionally, it's just a Swiss cheese plant with an ego. This is the regular Monstera Adansonii. But here's the hack. If you give it a plank or a moss pole and let it climb, the leaves get massive. A mature Adansonii on a pole looks 90% identical to an Esqueleto. But you can buy the plant for $5 at the grocery store. It's all about the styling, not the price tag, folks. Okay, quick reality check before we get into the top 5. If you're buying dupes instead of $500 unicorns, you're probably doing it for the same reason I am. I want that same vibe without my wallet crying. But here's the fun part. Once you stop overspending on status plants, you can actually put some of that budget into stuff that pays you back over time. For me, that's this little hydroponic system I've got running in the kitchen. Instead of hunting down overpriced grocery store herbs or yet another rare plant I don't have room for, I've been growing a ridiculous amount of basil and lettuce in this thing. Let me take you over there and show you how I've set it up. Okay, look at this. Just over 3 weeks ago, this corner of my kitchen was empty. Now it's basically a living salad bar. I've been testing something special. You guys know I love my urban jungle, but usually my plants are just for looking at. Today, we're starting to eat them. I've been using the Growell HS02 hydroponic system, and to be honest, I did not expect the results to be this fast. One thing I was worried about was having a science experiment looking contraption in my kitchen. But aesthetically, it actually fits the vibe perfectly. It's sleek, modern, and honestly, having that grow light on in the evening adds such a nice cozy ambiance. It's functional decor. The light panel is fully adjustable, so as these guys ballooned in size, and trust me they did, I could just slide the light up to give them room to breathe. Speaking of ballooning, I'm growing 3 varieties here. First, we have this, romaine. Look at that structure, perfect for a crunch. Then there's the green oak leaf, which is super tender and sweet. And my favorite for that pop of color, the ruby red. It's just about 26 days when they went from tiny seeds to this lush canopy. Because the roots are sitting directly in water and nutrients, They don't have to search for food like they do in soil. They just explode. Now for the nerds like me who want to know how it works. This is the Growell HS02. It's got a massive 17-pod capacity, so you can grow a serious amount of food. The tank holds 10 liters of water, which is huge. It means I'm refilling it way less often than smaller units. The interface is super intuitive. It has this large 5.4-inch screen that tells you exactly what's going on, and one simple button to switch between vegetable and flower fruit mode. Also, it's whisper quiet. The pump runs silently, so you don't have to hear a constant hum in the kitchen. It's also designed for the real world. It has a child safety lock on the screen, so if you have little ones or curious pets running around, they can't mess up your settings. It really is a set it and forget it system until harvest time. As a city dweller myself, I can assure you nothing is going to beat what I'm going to harvest in my own urban jungle home, especially lettuce, because I absolutely love lettuce. It is my favorite veggie ever. Hey, if you want one of these babies and you want 20% off, use this special code below to get your own, because there are so many things you can grow. A special thank you to Growell for supporting and sponsoring this portion of our episode. All right, now that we've got your kitchen jungle sorted out and your groceries a little cheaper, let's get into the top 5 dupes on this list. Metallic alocasias are trending hard right now. Plants like the Alocasia eslanii or some of the newer hybrids can cost a fortune for a tiny starter plug. But the Alocasia cuprea has been doing the alien metallic look for decades. It looks like it's made of hammered copper. It is shining, it's weird, it looks artificial in the best way possible. And because it's been in tissue culture for years, you can grab a big one for under $20. It is the original metallic plant. I had one for years, absolutely loved it. Beautiful plant. All right, the Pictum Tricolor, we all love the cartoon camo pattern, but we don't love that it grows like a stick and looks awkward as it ages. This is the Dieffenbachia Reflector. Look at that pattern. It has the same electric lime green on dark green camouflage vibe. It grows bushier, it fills a corner better than, and it costs about a fifth of the price. If you want a pattern that screams, I'm not real, this is the budget win for you. All right, so the Philodendron Patriciae, it is beautiful with those pleats, but it's another vertical grower that needs a lot of care to look perfect. It really does. You know, sometimes you just want a big, pillowy, hearted shaped leaf. The Philodendron Pastazanum is a crawler, so you don't even need a moss bulb, just a long pot. The texture is incredible. It is super distinct, and it creates an instant jungle floor vibe for a fraction of the cost of the rare vertical climbers. A couple of years ago, I bought my Patriciae small plant for like $650, grew it up to be 23 feet tall. So much work. Smaller cutting than I have now is doing much better. All right, the Burle Mark's Flame is still holding value in 2026 because it's slow. It's a stunning plant, but if you're impatient, then you're in trouble. The Monstera lechleriana is the we have a flame at home plant. When it's juvenile, it has the same flame-like shape. Even as it matures and fenestrates, it keeps a similar silhouette. It's a rapid grower, and you can find them everywhere now. A much better option if you're looking that direction. All right, we talked about the Philodendron Dupe. It looks like an insect ate the middle of the leaf. People paid thousands for this glitch in the matrix look. But here's the thing. The Philodendron 69686 gives you that same weird triple-lobed bunny ear shape. It's wildly fast-growing, super hardy, and honestly, I think the shape is actually more graceful than Dupe. It's the elegant cousin, really. So there you go. All right. I know I love my Monstera constellation so much, but even now, a big one can still be an investment, a mature one. Cheaper one's cheap, smaller ones rather. If you want that splashy white and green contrast to break up the green in your jungle, get a Syngonium albo. It's fast, it vines, you can chop it and propagate it infinitely. It gives you that high variegation pop for just $15. But if you are patient, still highly suggest a Tycon because now they're cheap in price. Just have to wait a while for them to grow larger. All right. The point isn't that rare plants aren't special. They really are. It's that you don't need them to have a beautiful collection. Let me know in the comments, which of these dupes do you think actually looks better than the expensive version? I personally am voting for the green billy or the atabapoense. Here's the thing, guys. If you want to know more about how the market is changing right now and the price of these rare plants is drastically going down, click on this video up in the corner because that'll give you a good look into how things are and what plants you should consider holding off on and which ones you should invest in right away. There are winners, there are losers, but regardless, there are plants and we all love them. I'll see you guys in the next video.